is 41.88. 41.88. Resistance above at 99. 42.11. 22. 29. 39. Support below at 78. 69. 56. 42. And 35. Pivot 88, support at 78, 69, 56, 42, 35. Resistance on the upside at 99, 42, 11, 22, 29, and 39. The market here, again, still trading off of the Russia situation. And today, the beginning of the 2-day Fed meeting, which is going to culminate tomorrow with the announcement on interest rates, as well as Q&A section afterwards. So definitely an F day. Hopefully we can make a little bit of money in the morning and go on as we come up here to our 99 area. Again, you're scaling into the area, so you're not going to be perfect here. But it's coming back up here again. If you're looking for 99. And if anybody, welcome some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunities to scalp the market as we come up here to the 99 area. Scalp my market based off of the levels that we gave out, plus any price action opportunities that might occur once the market paints the bars. Combination of both of those gives us our scalping opportunities, and we're looking probably about 5 points today on our trades as we are chopping around here a little bit. And if anybody hasn't got the levels, we're going to repeat the levels in the chat in just a minute. You'll be able to see them there. I could repeat them. I'll give them a second here to type them in. We'll put them in the chat for you. I'll repeat them until they're up there. Our pivot this morning is 88. Support at 78, 69, 56, 42, 35. Resistance on the upside at 99, 11, 22, 29, and 39. This market continues to uptick here. Coming up to our 11 area now. Again, first, we talked about this all the time, is the first bar of the day, couple bars of the day, very volatile sometimes. Such is the case right now as well. Coming up here, there they are in the chat. All right, we're looking at the 11 as our next level of resistance. Do we have any reports coming out this morning? Obviously, the market's going to be, well, it's definitely going to be trading on any geopolitical situation. So those things haven't changed. And There's always news coming out of that situation for sure. As far as any fundamental numbers are concerned, uh, nothing that we have to be concerned about. Crude is down to less than 100. Oh, but it seems like gas prices keep going up. I don't know why. Just can't figure that one out. And figure that one out. Well, again, we're looking at, we have a 5-minute bar here from the right to left, a 60-minute and a 5-minute bond chart. So we're trading off of the 5-minute, but our levels are incorporate all time frames. All right, very, very whippy kind of market here. So just be patient and wait for opportunities. Right now, we got support back around 41 pivot there, 41.88 or 85, anywhere in that range. Again, the volatility here is still in the market, moving around very swiftly. So those things haven't changed. Again, we're looking at this point 5-point stops and profit targets. That's a doable amount, I think. We got the FOMC meeting coming up today and tomorrow. Some little notes here about the Fed and tomorrow's this week's meeting. Says the market here bounces down a little bit. Again, support around the 88 to 85 area. Federal Reserve is in a deep hole of its own making as its top policy committee meets this week to announce the start of a long anticipated cycle to raise interest rates, and inflation is at a 40-year high and is still accelerating. The Fed's inflation fighting credibility is damaged and has lost control of monetary policy narrative. Adding to that, a new host of uncertainty facing global economy because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and it should come as no surprise that members of the Fed's Open Market Committee, which is meeting today and tomorrow, have expressed divergence views in the run-up to deliberations. Keeping the FOMC united is a tricky challenge for Chairman Powell, yet it pales in comparison to the importance of making the right decision among less than ideal policy options. The Fed's multiple headaches are significant as already are. They did not stop here. I suspect that they will be also facing renewed criticism no matter what the decision is this week. That is from Bloomberg. So a lot of nervousness there as far as the Fed is concerned. Market kind of just drifting all over the place here. Coming back down here again, we get support down at 85, 8 area. The green band is a 200-day, 200 moving average. Not a 200-day, just 200 moving average on both those charts for the hourly and the 5-minute. Our blue band is the a Bollinger Band. Again, we're looking for levels in addition to price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some bars. So we got run over there on our first level, and we got stopped out. And now we're looking right now. If we're looking to get, if you're looking to our buying area, it'd probably be around the 88 to 85 area. So the market here kind of drifting a little bit off of that high there. We had 11 as our next resistance area to get up to 9 and change, or 8, and pulling back here a little bit. We got support down at 85 to 88 area. So 11 is our next area that we're looking for as some resistance. And the market is just chopping around here a little bit. Let's see. National Security Jack, Advisor Jack Sullivan, and China's top diplomat met for 7 intense hours in Rome on Monday as the United States grows concerned over China's involvement in the conflict in Ukraine. Reports suggest that Moscow asked China for surface-to-air missiles, drones, armed vehicles. As the lingering invasion exhausts its resources, the Kremlin denied the report, saying it has ample supplies, while a Chinese spokesman also rejected the malicious rumors and disinformation before the meeting. The market continues to downtick here a little bit. Should they provide military or other assistance that, of course, violates sanctions or support the war effort, there will be significant consequences, Press Secretary said. In terms of those specifics will look like, we continue to coordinate with our partners and allies to make that determination as we quickly come down here to the 85 area. Again, only if you're looking for a place to get in and get along, that's why I look for it down here. Otherwise, just wait for our support level down at 78. And we always talk about the volatility the first few bars of the day, and nothing really has changed. It still continues. Again, if you're going to take any price action play or any trade whatsoever, make sure you keep your stop in place. The market is very fluid and has been for a while, so you can't let any of these moves here catch you. And make sure you keep your stops in place. It all depends. Everybody here has different levels of risk and what they're looking for. So here it's the same way. We come down here to the 78 area. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. I have the chat window up. Coming down here to the 79 area, I should say. Like I said, you're scaling in. Maybe you just jumped in there at 79 and getting a nice little rotation here. A very quick rotation. No, we don't use any other indicators here. We don't like to use indicators. They're laggers. So we just use the charts to give us any opportunities that we're looking for. All right, nice rotation there off of the 79 area. Well, we got down to 79. Hopefully you were able to maybe jump in there and get a little bit of that pop back up. Very, very quick market. You got to be very, very swift here with your entry points and your decision making. It just gives it to you for a second and it disappears as fast. But you got to have your orders in place to be able to take advantage of that rotation. Hopefully you were able to. Yeah, if you were looking for 78 and you didn't get it, probably would not keep your order in place there. Because we basically went down to 78 and a half there and rotated back up, so our 78 kind of worked. So we're looking right now, the next support level will be down at the 69 area. Got down to 78 and a half, popped it quickly up to 84 and then right back down here. All right, looking this again, if you bought them and you got a few extras, maybe you're looking for a rotation back up. Either way, you were able to take some profits here against that little move. Support level at 69 area. Yeah, well, whoever thought that Saudi Arabia was your friend is really not your friend, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll continue here. Kremlin denied those rumors, and the Chinese also dispelled them. Should they provide military or other assistance that violate sanctions? China is not a party to the crisis, nor does it want sanctions to affect China, said the foreign minister. China has a right to safeguard its legitimate rights and interests. Great, that's a good party line. At the meeting, the White House also warned Beijing not to bail out strategic allies and trading partner Russia with a pending default on the cards for the nation. President Putin is being put in a position to make choices about where he's going to have to put his financial resources, said the Deputy Treasury Secretary. they're in a position that they are going to have to make choices about the debt, and they're paying going forward, and those choices will ultimately put him in a position about whether he continues the invasion or not. All right, the market here popping off the support level there, the 78 area. Again, if you are trying to stay long and wanted to look for a place to get long, that was an area, and then you really didn't take any heat on it and was able to get a nice rotation up here. Again, if you're trading multiple contracts, you're able to take more than 5 points on some of these contracts that you're trading. All depends on how you manage those trades. Everybody manages trades differently, and not everybody has to trade multiple contracts. Not everybody has to squeeze anything out a little bit more, but if that's what your risk tolerance allows you to do, then that's fine. Obviously, you're taking profits along the way and then moving your stops up or having a trailing stop, depending on what your goals are with every trade. But we had a nice rotation there against the 78 area. And now we're just coming back here to the middle of this range. Let's see here. What else can we talk about? Again, there's no numbers coming out today that could affect us, but obviously we have FOMC meeting starting today, continuing through tomorrow, and tomorrow's announcement at 1 o'clock Chicago time, followed by his presser afterwards. We don't want to trade when Fed's stuff is out, so hopefully we can make a little bit of money in the morning and say sayonara to all that Fed stuff. All right, nice rotation there against our support level down in the 78 area. Nice pop back up here. Can we repeat the levels again for those of us who might have come in a little bit late? If you look at the chat box area, you will see the levels that we are using as a guide to the day. Those will be there to find areas of interest that we might be focused in on for us to give us an opportunity to trade. In addition to price action opportunities that occur, combination of both gives us opportunities to trade. Now, on any kind of quote unquote normal situations, we're looking probably 5 trades on average. Lately, obviously, because of the volatility that's in the market, we've been averaging way over that. But things will calm down at some point. We'll see what happens. Let's see what else we can talk. Inflationary pressures are being felt everywhere from production lines to customers' pockets. For the second time in less than a week, Tesla is raising prices in the United States and China to cope with the cost of raw materials. Prices have surged in recent months, from aluminum to palladium used in bodywork, catalyst converters to nickel and lithium for EV batteries. Tesla and SpaceX are seeing significant recent inflation pressures in raw materials and logistics, and we are not alone. Elon Musk tweeted earlier this week before challenging Putin to a duel over Ukraine. Okay. The latest increase saw Tesla raise prices for its American and Chinese models by 5 to 10%. In its cheapest models, even went up to $2,000 to $47,000 for its three real wheel drive Model 3 real wheel drive. Sorry. Last week, the company raised prices on the U.S. Model Y SUV, Model 3 long-range sedan, and some Chinese-made Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, just in case you were wondering. All right, market continues to uptick here, finding a little support there at that 78 area and then popping back up. If you were able to stay along with any of those trades, you had a nice little opportunity there. Again, we lost money on the first resistance area there at 99 and then came back down here and did okay on our 78 area. If you're just using our levels, those are the 2 opportunities that we've had. Next level on the upside we have is up at around 11, but because we stopped there at 8, probably extended a little bit, maybe looking at 12 to 13 area. Yeah. So if you are concerned about going up to 8 and rotating back down, you can, if you're risk averse, maybe you're going to wait for the 22. Otherwise, you're going to adjust a little bit. Everybody here has different risk tolerances, so not everybody here trades the same way. And you have to understand your risk tolerance to be able to take advantage of whatever opportunities that are going to present itself. And every day is different. All right. Market continues to uptick here. Looking at the next level of resistance we have is up around the 11 area. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right. So we'll see the effects, see how long crude will go down and how when it's going to finally show up on the gas pumps. Kind of amazing how that goes one way fast and the other way not so fast. All right, market just coming up here to that even area and coming off here a little bit. Nothing really up there to get you too excited. Anyway, if you did try to stay long and you had a trailing stop, maybe you're out by now, but it was a nice little ride up here. All right, market continues to uptick, looking at the 11, again, maybe look at the 11-12 area. Nice rotation there off of our support area there at 78. If you happen to get long and were able to stay along there, then you did okay. Even with the trailing stop, you should have had a nice little ride up there anyway. If you're trading multiple contracts, because you should be able to take some profits along the way. Can we repeat the levels again in the chat in case you missed it? We're going to show the levels that we gave out this morning as a guide to the day. And again, we can tweak those. We can adjust to them. We can delete some of them. We can, depending on price action and what the market is kind of telling us, that's how we try to work the areas. Does seem like a little range bound here. And if you look at the chat, those are the levels that we are using as a guide to the day. Market very, very fluid these days. Pick your spots, where to get in, have a good reason to trade, right? We just don't get in for the sake of trading, even though the markets are moving around a little bit. You got to pick your spots. You got to be patient. Wait for a setup for it to occur. Wait for the market to give you a reason to trade. We're always looking for reasons to trade, not just trade. And that way we can try to stay out of trouble and also try to maximize our profit potential. All right, market downticks here a little bit. Again, it's hard to predict which way this market goes, so we just kind of wait for opportunities to present themselves. What do we realistically expect from the Fed tomorrow? Well, I think they're going to raise for sure a quarter point. That's a given, and obviously they're going to have to discuss when they're uh, gonna how they're going to deal with their balance sheet, and then obviously try to maneuver the tightrope around the war. So definitely, as far as rates are concerned, um, uh, half a point, quarter point for sure. And then, I mean, before the war started, they were probably looking at a half point, but not anymore. So yeah, I don't think they're going to really do much as far as raising rates are concerned. But the quarter point, and then they're going to have to just talk about or talk. That's why the Q&A session afterwards is going to be volatile, because you never know what he could say that's going to create some volatility. But hopefully we'll be long gone when that happens. We can always trade the fallout the next day. Going to be a lot of tea leaf reading tomorrow when that stuff comes out. All right, kind of bounce here off of our blue band a little bit. If you're a blue bander, taking advantage of that little opportunity that's there. If you're a little aggressive, and there's different levels of traders. Not everybody has to take every uh, trade that somebody else would take. It all depends on how aggressive you want to be and what your expectations and goals are, and how much you're willing to trade on any given day. We try to minimize those trades, but also we're also looking for good opportunities based on the work that we do. And as long as you understand the risk involved and trade them accordingly, then you can find other opportunities to get involved in. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Well, it just did that for you, Don. All right. Again, the upside resistance area would be around the 11-12 area. If you did jump in there around the pit blue band there, nice rotation off of that. All right, we're upticking here a little bit. If you were looking for an area to get in there, it was around the 80. It dipped down there to 86, 87 area. And then we're just slowly coming back up here. Resistance right now, 11, 12 area right now. It's kind of, even though that first move, again, that first bar, always a little bit more aggressive. It's always a little bit more, there's volatility. Overnight stuff comes in, the traders start trading. There's a little bit more volatility in the first couple bars. Some of our traders like to hold back and not jump in right away and wait for about 5-10 minutes for that stuff to kind of settle in, and then trade after that. But again, it's all a risk reward type of situation. So it's not, that doesn't mean that everybody has to do it. I'm just putting it out there. And now we're rotating back up here and coming up here to the 11-12 area. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Mind questions. We are also being very patient here and waiting for opportunities. And if you look at the chat, you'll see the levels that we are going to use as a guide to the day. We focus more on the morning hours to give us our opportunities to trade. We feel the dynamics in the morning bode well for what we are trying to do. Again, if you're going to trade all day, we'll probably focus more on the levels and kind of stick with that to give us our opportunities to look for trades during the course of the day as the day goes on. But sometimes we seem to get in a range, and it's very hard to trade that range as the day goes on. Yeah, that was a nice little trade there, Don. Yeah, coming up here. Again, we talked about the 12 area. There's a little bit of resistance. quickly came up to 12. That was fast. Okay. Okay, again, if you didn't, the market's working at 12 area here, giving you a chance to make, lighten the load here a little bit. Maybe you were able to take some when it dipped back down to 8 and change and then come back up. Giving you a chance here if you don't like the price action to exit some for a scratch or a little bit of a profit. Again, we like those rotations off of our levels. Sometimes we have to work an area. All right, market continues to uptick here. Looking for the 22 area next. All right, they got up to 20 there and rotated off. All right, we're coming up here to the 22 area now. Getting a nice little rotation here off of that area. Again, we're not going to be perfect, right? So we have to scale in. So we're probably scaling in maybe 21, 20 and a half, depending on what your risk tolerance are. And a nice rotation there against that 21 area, coming down here to the 16. Again, being able to scale in is important because we're not going to be perfect. I know sometimes you can't. Then you have to just place your, if you're just trading one lot, you got to place your order in obviously wherever. If you're going to put the 22 straight up and we didn't get it, it's probably a little bit more riskier now. But that's okay. You just have to understand your risk tolerance and adjust and look at the price action and adjust the trade accordingly. All right. Again, nice rotation against the, got up to 21 and a quarter there. Hopefully you were able to maybe get in against that area and take a nice little opportunity here against that 22 area. Kind of, again, the 11 had to, gave us, we talked about 12, gave us, had to make a decision there as to, if you didn't like the price action, maybe you took a little bit less out of the trade just because the price action was not acting the way we would have liked it to, and then made this rotation up here to the 22. You have to look at the price action sometimes. Sometimes it is what it is, and then trade according to what the price action is kind of indicating. We're focusing in on bonds here, turning over here a little bit as S&P's rally. All right, market just kind of hanging up here now. Again, if you did not take, if you had 22 and you didn't get filled, it's a lot more riskier right now. So I would definitely not leave at the 22 in there. Next level we got up there is at but 29. That's the one I'll be focusing on if you're more risk averse, and those are the levels there for us. Let me give you some levels here above the 39. We've got 49, 56, 64, and 74. So above 39, we've got 49, 56, 64, and then 74. Again, we never know which way the markets are going to go. And we just adjust accordingly. That's all we can do. So next level up here we have is up at the 29 area. There are the added prices. Pivot there is 41.88. Oh, okay, Don. Take care. All right, we're kind of stuck up here. Looks like it's trying to flag up here a little bit. Next level of resistance we have is up at the 29 area. Right now, support, if you're looking for a little buy area, would be around the 4,200 area. All right, things have slowed down here a little bit. They've kind of been slow here. Once we rotated up here to these highs, they kind of are flagging right now. So see what it wants to do. Support would be around the 42 even area. If you're going to play the range game, just make sure you keep your stops in place. All right, seem to, again, things have slowed down a little bit. It's been a kind of a slowish kind of day. Even it moves, but really waiting for opportunities there have been. You have to definitely be patient and wait. I think they've been paying off for us with our patience. But again, it's a matter of each individual, how you get into a level, how you trade it, and everybody trades them just a little bit differently.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes and shout outs. I want to welcome those that are joining us today as guests and thank those that are subscribing to the service on a daily basis. This is Trade Along Live with Saul. It starts at 9 a.m., ends at 12 noon, with the body of the trading happening between 9:30 and 11:30. Saul is a veteran trader of the trading pits in Chicago. He is actively scalping based on his trading technique, which is a price action trading technique. We have individuals coming in here with their own technique. We have individuals coming in here that are new traders that are looking to get set off on the right foot, and we can help you with that if you just let us know in chat. This is an educational opportunity for traders to do better based on their intra-morning trading, based on Saul's proprietary scalping level and zones. and having him as a opportunity as a trade along partner. So Saul laid out right around the bell is when he lays out his roadmap for the trade in the S&P 500 E-mini this morning. The pivot he had, I'm not sure what that pivot is. It looks like it's a little bit displayed a little bit differently. Is that the right pivot, Saul? 44,188. I don't know if he's in the background. But anyway, so we had resistance at 99, 42.11. Yes, it must have been 41.88. Is that right? Just give me a quick high sign, anybody out there. So 99, 42.11, 22, 29, 39, 49, 56. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And I appreciate that. And let me know if you want to jump on a call now. We can finish it up instead of waiting for tomorrow. Support, we had 78, 69, 26, 42, and 35. So that's how Saul sets the stage or a template for the morning session. It is an active stage setting. In other words, he calls them levels and zones for a reason, based on the action of price and the interaction of price in and around his levels. Saul has entries, exits, and stops. He has price action in his world as the trade action. What do you do in and around his pre-mapped out levels? Where do you place your stop price? Where do you enter a trade price? What's your exit strategy price? And that's all determined based on the action of the S&P 500 E-mini price and his pre-mapped out levels. So there's a lot that goes on based on the concept of putting trades on and taking them off. For those that have a trading strategy, I believe, in my humble opinion, that Saul's levels are great to have, and Saul as a wingman or a trade along partner is phenomenal to have. And the feedback that we're getting is that, thank God, this kind of service exists. For those that are coming in that are new or are looking for an adjustment or a tweak or a start over based on your trading, and you'd like to have Saul help you and teach you, he can do that for you based on what we call his mentoring and training. His mentoring and training. So the first order of business for you as individuals is to join us as a subscriber. You know, as they say in capitalism, there's no free lunch. Not sure if they taught you that in school. I think they teach you that in, was it pre-kindergarten now? Hey, Alexander, how you making out? Karina, Dan, hey, Edward, James, Joe, KG, Kenneth, Mark, Patrick, Richard, Roop, Wayne. Hey, Wayne, how are you? Hey, Wayne, did you sign up for Saul's stuff, right? His subscription. Mark, let me know. Patrick C, I think you have also. Let me know. You know, if I don't hear from people, there's a mad bot that just throws you out. And sometimes they do it for the right reason. Sometimes they do it for the wrong reason. So if we don't hear from you, give you a couple shots. If we don't hear from you, we just exit you and you get put into Zoom prison, which, you know, is just terrible. You got it, Wayne. And I gave you the links, right? Did you act on them yet? And Patrick C., I think you did act on. Just let me know. Hey, Mark, that's great. Thank you. I think you're probably appreciating it already, right? You know, it's amazing. We also encourage individuals like yourself to get the word out. It's tradealonglive.com, tradealonglive.com. And again, it's a daily opportunity for individuals to trade along with a 25-year veteran trader. And that veteran trader gives out his levels, everything from an educational point of view only, as opportunity points that he's looking at. And quite frankly, in my humble opinion, that you'll pick up pretty quickly that Saul's levels are pretty darn good. Karina, how you making out? Hey, Bojan. How are you, Bojan? Welcome aboard. Hey, Joe T. Let me know if you're back. Patrick C. Let me know how we're making out. Wayne. Let me know how we're making out. And I'm trying to see how I get you. I'm in WhatsApp. I don't use it very often. I think I did call you, but I've got another person in here that I must have called 10 times. But I'm not sure if I ever got a hold of them in this crazy thing. So if I want to get a hold of you, of course, I come in here and what do I see is a cat video or a cat thing. Okay. Do that. Ding, 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 ding. So welcome aboard. So this is trading the S&P 500 E-mini. Now it's funny. Okay, so I'm going to try to call you based on that number. I just don't know how to give you my number because I don't know what number I have. How do you like that? Oh, I see. All right. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so hey, Mark, that's a very good question. That question would have to go to Saul. Okay. Mhm. as we start to come to the end of the morning session here, and again, our schedule and concentration based on the trade is from 9:30 a.m. Eastern time till about 11:30, which we're coming up upon. The concept here is how to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades based on an organized set of levels and zones. Price action trading strategy. You can have your own strategy, which is great. Sol's levels and zones are great for your own strategy. Eyeball them when you come in. Ask for a repeat of them when you come in. Look for them in the chat area before you ask for a repeat. They are detailed in the chat area. Those are the levels that Sol's looking at for his own trading. You could certainly do the same based on this educational only opportunity. But you have to be able to do your business when it comes to your trading. And if you're not comfortable doing your business, then reach out and we can help you look to become helpful based on your ability to have a trading technique, your trading business. So, Mark, that's what we do every day. You should check out the website, which is tradealongtradingacademy.com. Tradealongtradingacademy.com. And let me see if I have that link. And again, everything starts here with signing up for Sol's monthly when it comes to this service, this Trade Along Live service. All right, I'm going to send out the link now to everybody. Review the website. Take a moment on see what's available for you. Take a moment to sign up for this service. There's a significant discount by using the links that I'm sending out to you. So take a moment to review the chat area, review the website, really consider what you're interested in, and we can take it from there. So tradealonglive.com is the opportunity to come into this service, this Trade Along Zoom webinar. tradealonglive.com. The website is tradealongtradingacademy.com, tradealongtradingacademy.com. So join us.